purchasing your tickets at the Tropicana box office. That's Friday night, July 26th at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. Last time, when I was there for the last boxing night, that was pretty exciting stuff. You're close. Everybody's close.
You're right there.
You're right there. Yeah. So you
said
can
a
feel
good,
when the guys punch. You feel it yourself.
You said a great name, man. Ward.
Yeah.
Ward's
Mickey Ward's going to be there.
So,
Well, Larry Holmes was at the last one.
Some of the fights I saw with him and Gotti.
We're just up for that. All right, let's talk a little Philadelphia Phillies baseball because the Philadelphia Phillies, man, that was without Trey Turner. For them to win that game last night in the way they did, with a rain delay, an hour and 12, 10-minute rain delay, 71 minutes, a pitching duel. The game was tucked the whole way. You could feel the adrenaline. You could feel the crowd. You could feel everything through the TV. You were there in person, so you can give us a better detailed account. But from the vantage point from watching on television, I was glued to the TV.
It was something to be and heard. Like my whole row was full of Phillies fans. The whole row I was in last night in left field was filled with Phillies fans, and like the Phillies fans were much louder than you.
And that came across on TV.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Like it was, we had Orioles trying to drown out the noise. It just wasn't working. And I'll tell you what, when Craig Kimbrell came in, these fans were freaking out. They were booing like no tomorrow. He deserves to be booed. He deserves to be booed. But yeah, it was playoff atmosphere, no doubt, and you could feel it last night.
Like you know why? Like we were arguably the best pitcher right next.
Yeah, I would say right next to you.
But he delivered, Mike. He was 6 2/3 innings. He only gave up 1 run. He wasn't his best performance, but it was a performance that was worthy of a playoff start, of an all-star start. Against a playoff team and a pitcher that's every bit as good as he is. I mean, Mike, and the fact that the Phillies fans were down there en masse was just it's just so appropriate. It shows you that everybody's buying into this team. And
everybody's excited. It helped out that it was right in Baltimore, right down the road.
That's right.
Right. But the fever is getting higher and higher. Okay. And like we're only in June.
Okay. I mean, when you see during the rain delay, you didn't see it because you're at the game.
Right.
But when they played an interview with Bryce Harper, and he was saying that the players, they were even commenting, it was like a Tuesday night in May, and the place was sold out. He said they can't wait to get home to play in front of their home crowd because there's a definite advantage. When you have that energy in the park, like when you go to a baseball stadium like down in Tampa, or you go somewhere in Miami where there's nobody there, 9,000 people there, it's like a barren wasteland. But when you come to the bank, you're playing in front of two people. You're playing in front of baseball fans.
Not just baseball fans that know the game.
Yeah.
That know if you're not running it out. That kind of stuff. But what's great about being on the road, like the Phillies, imagine Phillies coming out of the dugout like an hour and a half before the game, they're relaxing. And you have Phillies fans wearing regrets.
My daughter and I got there for one game like an hour before. Then there was tons of kids and parents
that's in their head,
waiting for autographs from these guys.
Justin, they go back in the locker room for guys that haven't been on the field yet, and they're like, "Hey guys, it's like a home game now."
Yeah.
That gets everybody excited.
Oh, it was a home game for sure last night for the Phillies. No doubt about it. I mean, and I'll even add this little nugget. I was telling Mike Carlin before the game. I said on the Sports Bash yesterday, that was the first time the Phillies and Orioles met at Camden Yards where both teams had a winning record.
Is that
That's
right?
the first time ever that happened.
Well, I got to tell you, I went to the 1983 World Series between the Phillies and the O's. Jim Palmer was the pitcher who pitched the day that I was there. So this could be a prelude to things to come in the postseason.
It could be an 83 rematch by the end of the season in October.
I would love to see that because I got to be honest. As much as I like the Mystique and Yankees, I like those. I mean, they're young. They got I'm looking at when the guys go up to the base, they're playing loose. They're young. They look like they are confident.
Yep.
But for the Philadelphia Phillies, go into Baltimore last night and win that game with 3 of their big guns out of the lineup, I think it's really.
You're sending a message that we are
as good as ever.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about the schedule anymore, right? Like they're beating good
exactly,
teams.
Nick.
You know what else we got to stop talking about? We're going to stop Philly right now. I'm done with saying that Schwarber can't lead off. I'm done.
You know what?
Let me finish. Okay? starts the game off with another home run.
I know.
You know what jersey I was wearing?
Would you like to know what his on-base percentage is? Okay, his on-base percentage is 371. You know, there's only one other player that has more on the field. Harper? Yeah, Harper.
Well, all right. Mike, I'm glad you brought this up, Mike.
88. Okay, we're done with
I'm just gonna have my.
Wait,
I'm just gonna have my Blitz's orange juice
Nick,
during this segment.
Yeah, drink your blitzes and enjoy what I'm going to say to you. I want to stand corrected. I apologize. You were right. I was wrong. I'm not. Mike Carlin just brought it up.
10:23.
Take this at 10:23 on what's it, May 15th or June 15th. June 15th.
Yep.
I'm apologizing to you, and I'm now fully committed to Schwarber being the leadoff batter.
Wow.
But Mike, I will say this. What did I say last year? Just give me 250, give me 240 and do what he does. And he's doing what he's got, 250, 252.
Yep. But his on-base percentage is even higher.
Unbelievable.
I'm
all right,
gonna,
Nicky.
listen,
I call him Nick Schwarber. You know that, right?
I wore the jersey last night. He leads off the game with the home run. It was fantastic. Listen, it's over. The conversation's over. Billy, I'm not going to take a victory lap because this is good for all of us.
It is.
It's good for all of us.
I stand corrected.
He is.
But Nick, what did I text you yesterday on the phone? I said, just win, baby.
Just win.
I said, as long as they're winning, Mike, everything's fine.
Yep.
But if you're going to be like last year, struggling out of the gate, he's batting 171. Yeah, he's clubbing his home runs, but he's striking out a lot. Yeah, I got a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with 232 as long as he's putting the ball in play. Like last night, he got 2 hits, right?
And he walked a lot.
He
gets on base. He just gets on base.
It was for him and Bone got 3 hits.
Yes.
As we only have 4 steps. You take one of 5 hits, he didn't hit. Those 2 players.
Bone was struggling. He was battling 162.
May he was struggling a lot too. He needed that. Bone needed that last night. But going back to Schwarber, he's not your prototypical leadoff guy. He's not. But the fact that this year he's taking another step, he's hitting more singles, he's getting on base, he's walking, his average is up, but he also has the threat to get the home run, fall off the game or nothing. I mean, that's insane.
Did you hear about the Schwarber this week?
No.
And I don't know exactly now. His name was attached to Babe Ruth. For the amount of home runs.
He's got 4 now.
It was like 3.
He's got 3 in a month of June. Which is off pace. He had 8.
He had 8.
If you total up his career,
right.
For a month of June, he's right up there with Babe Ruth.
Listen, you know what? First of all, Angelo Cataldi. In Angelo's tenure, how many great teams did he see? You didn't really see that many. 93, 2008, 2007, 2008, 2009. And that was it.
I want to ask you.
By the way, you know what?
What's the one day that really sticks out? Whether it's an Eagles day,
you know what's pretty cool about Angelo Cataldi's career? In his final year, he's made the World Series. In his final year, like is that like poetic justice? He's like go out. Talking about going out on top. Did Angelo Cataldi go out on top?
Well, they've lost.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
But guess what?
They got there.
You know, they started that wing ball because the Eagles were never. They said, well, they're going to have their own ball, a wing ball. And then finally, the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl and win it. And that was 17.
No.
But they get back in his final year. They get back. I mean, how appropriate was that, Mike?
It's going to be good to have. We're 4 minutes away. We'll have
the Philadelphia. One last thing about the Philadelphia Phillies. Were you nervous when Ranger was pulled? Anybody?
Yes. I said to my buddy.
We're like you left there standing there going, is this too early? Because he was pitching pretty well. Although he was behind and he wasn't getting ahead of hitters. It wasn't his best performance.
I would have liked to see him finish the inning. Hopkins gets a base hit, and then when he struck out Adley Rutschman, that was huge for Hopkins. So that was big. So it worked out, but I was nervous.
And I'm not worried about Matt Strom giving up that home run. Because I thought that was a pretty good pitch. If you look at it again, that guy went out and got that ball. I don't know how he pulled it to left field. That ball was high and away, wasn't it, Nick?
Yeah, Billy, I'll even add this. He had Matt Strom at 27 straight without giving up a run. So I'm not going to
see it.
So it was a good pitch behind the zone. He just went out and got it. Made it again. Good swing.
Yeah. All right. On the other side, we're going to talk with legendary sports talk show host Angelo Cataldi. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker is powered by Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchase. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about our favorite place, La Scala's Beach House. It's unbelievable. The food's great. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open all week long now, 7 days a week. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Mike, they got the beach. The ambiance is great out there. You walk right off the beach, go sit down on the beach with under a palm tree, have a couple drinks. What's that?
Anywhere when you're there.
You can be, that's right. So La Scala's Beach House, you want to get down there, LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Angelo Cataldi. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We'll be back on Monday's show, taking a look back at the Phillies' big weekend against the Orioles in Baltimore. Watch the show live. Follow us on Twitter X at 973ESPN and use the hashtag SBLive.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
That's the sound of steak searing in its juices on your new pellet grill. You heard that right. The Weber Searwood Pellet Grill can smoke low and slow at 180 degrees all the way to a high heat sear at 600. With the Weber Searwood, you can cook on the direct flame over the full grate sear zone. You'll hear the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Searwood Pellet Grill just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
The future is electric. The choice is yours at BMW of Atlantic City. Right now, lease a new 2024 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $449 a month with $4,869 due at signing. Or a new 2024 i4 eDrive 40, lease for $449 a month with $5,679 due at signing. Both for 36 months and zero security deposit. A BMW of Atlantic City, closer than you think. Located in Egg Harbor Township. Online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Offers expire July 1st. For more details, call 609-316-2393.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and Mike, our first guest. I mean, if it wasn't for our first guest, I mean, Sports Talk Radio would be where it is today. All of Fame. He's also in the Philadelphia Pioneers, broadcast Pioneers of Philadelphia. And if it wasn't for Angelo, I don't know if Sports Talk Radio would be as it is today. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Right? So let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room legendary sports radio talk show host, Angelo Cataldi. Good morning, Ange.
Hey, Bill, you're too kind. I think everybody would have been fine whether I was there or not. A lot of other guys did a lot of great work. I just kind of rode their coattails a lot of the time. But thank you for the kind words.
You know, I don't know, Angelo, because your personality, you know, you had comedic relief. You were serious at times, and you guys did a bunch of stuff that were basically, you know, you were testing the waters, and it worked. And if it wasn't for the Philadelphia fan and the passion, like you wrote your book, your memoir is loud, and you'll be signing books today at Sunrose Books in Ocean City at 756 Asbury Avenue today from 12 to 2. But your book is loud, how a shy nerd came to Philadelphia and turned up the volume. And here it says the most passionate sports city in America. And that's true, isn't it, Angelo?
Well, it's the reason I came here, Billy. I was in Rhode Island, which, you know, a lot of people love their home state. I hated it. I didn't think I fit there. There's too much hero worship. So when I got a job offer to come to Philly, I thought it was like, you know, I had been summoned to the gates of heaven. It was like, oh my God. And then I got here and I had all these reporters and all these columnists who were so critical. And I just kind of fell into lockstep with them. And it was just a perfect fit for me. And I wrote the book because there's this lazy narrative all across the country. I'm glad I'm on with ESPN so everybody can know this. This is outrageous, right? That we're still depicted in this city as a bunch of grubby, loud, uncivilized jackasses that fight each other in the stands and throw stuff on the field. That's all garbage. I've talked to these people for 33 years, Billy, and they're passionate about everything. Yeah, they do all that stuff. I had a guy who called my show and said he was dying of kidney disease and he needed a transplant. And by the end of the show, 2 hours later, 28 people went on to the organ donation list. When's that story coming out, Billy? When are they going to tell the story about that side of the passion of Philadelphia fans? That's what I put in the book, to try to at least, for what I could do about it, just say, these people are amazing. They gave me the greatest career I could ever hope to have, and they were loyal to me the whole time. You can't ask for more than that.
Nah, you can't. We're talking with legendary radio talk show host Angelo Cataldi. Angelo, I remember, like, I got hired at U.S. Airways in 1985, and I'll never forget listening to you. You started off with Tom Brookshire and Bill Campbell. Was he there when you first started?
Bill came out right after us. Bill was our midday guy. And yeah, how's that for start with a couple of legends, huh?
Yeah, Brookie, man. I mean, and you, it's almost like, and I used to see you guys every the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You guys were always at the Philadelphia International Airport, and of course, you know, once you work your flight, you get a lot of time to walk up at the terminal. And I'd always catch you guys. But one thing I noticed when I read your bio. Your producer told you to stop pontificating and start entertaining. And that's what you did.
Yeah. That was when I moved over, I was originally a newspaper guy. I covered the Eagles for the Philadelphia Inquirer. So when I moved over to radio, I had no idea what I was doing. The only thing that saved me was the format was so new that not that many people knew it either. And there weren't enough people to fill all the time slots. So they brought newspaper people over. So I would go on and do what I thought I did when I was a guest. I would tell everybody, oh, they should have used this defense and that play, and all this technical stuff. And my boss called me in after the very first show full time, and he went, I don't know if you know this, but you're not in journalism anymore. If you don't entertain the people, you're going to hear click. If they're not going to, you better put some of that in there, or we're all going down. And, so you did. And nowadays, it's second nature to people like you, Bill. But back then, we were just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I got to tell you, and you sure did. And it was not all kumbaya. I mean, you had some personalities at that radio station that really, I don't know if they liked each other, certainly disagreed with each other, but made for great radio.
Yeah, we hated each other. Right. I was the morning guy, and Howard Esper was the afternoon guy. But it was fortunate there was a show between ours, or there probably would have been fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying? We had a totally different attitude. He kind of resented us a little bit because we were newspaper guys on his turf, and we resented him because he basically did the job because he loved being around the team, and if the team kissed his ass, he would be kind to them.
Yeah.
Right. So there was that dynamic. We didn't kiss any ass back then. We yelled at everybody, and he picked the spots, and it was just not a great dynamic. Although I must say now, after it's all over, and I look back, a lot of us stole a lot of what Howard was doing, and he kind of paved the way for a lot of the people in sports talk, and especially in Philly.
Angelo, it's Michael. Growing up in Philadelphia and listening to you for as long as I did, there's a couple things that I remember, the wing ball, or just listening to you with sports. What I always liked about that, you could be best friends with a player, but Billy, if that player did something wrong,
he'd be the first one to
rip. He'd be the first one to rip.
Yeah.
But on a personal note, Angelo, I'm going to take you back to April 12th, 2004, opening day of Citizens Bank Park. If you remember, it was a rainy day, and I'll tell the story as quick as I can. My brother and I get tickets. We go there when the gates open. We run down to the first row behind the dugout. Yeah. And Angelo is in the first row. And all of a sudden, it's an hour before the game. It's a half an hour to get ready for the first pitch. And me and my brother are still just standing there. And he hears us talking like, oh, these aren't your seats. And we're like, no, we're way up there. And I remember, like it was yesterday, he looks at us and he goes, only in Philly, boys. Only that. And we ended up staying the whole game in the first row.
Wow. How great is that? Yeah. Do you remember what inning I left? Was it the third or the fourth?
Probably the rain probably got to you in the third. But
yeah, I don't think I'm not known to stay the whole 9 innings in a baseball game, unless it's like the 7th game of the World Series.
Angelo, on more of a serious talk, your producer, Joe Wecker.
Yeah.
What would you say that he helped you in your career, or how would you say he helped you in your career?
Yeah. Everything. This is the unknown person in every radio show. I'm sure it's the same thing with your guy Nicky that called me. These guys are instrumental in the success of his show. Joe, first of all, he handled all of the intros, outros, the theme song. He did all that stuff. Plus, he had sound effects that he used throughout. He also knew how to, like when we had a board full of callers, he knew how to set them up so that we covered a lot of territory quickly. He was brilliant at that. He was brilliant when something was going on too long or he thought I had made the point enough. He would signal to me, get off it. He was truly more than a producer. He was almost a director. He knew exactly, he had an instinct for how long was the right amount of time to do a bit or to get off to the next subject. And without him, no way we make it that long. He was brilliant. No one's ever asked that, the whole book tour.
That's great.
I'm so glad you got to ask that, and I got to answer it, because there are so many people behind the scenes that contribute to the success of any good radio show.
We're talking with legendary radio talk show host, sports talk show host, Angelo Cataldi. Angelo, you'll be down at Sunrose Books today on Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. When you've been on book signing tours, what's some of the crazy things people ask you?
Oh, I got to tell you, it's been so eye-opening. First of all, I've actually had people cry. And I'll tell you what, this is the most poignant thing. When the Eagles won the championship in 2017, but they actually won it early 2018. Right. So many people have stories about like their father.
Yeah, we noticed that too. Yeah,
who hung on to be there to see if they could do it, and then they would pass on like a few months later or whatever, and these people would give me credit. They would go like, "Oh, he loved listening to your show. It meant so much to him." And I went, "You realize I wasn't even near the field when they won the Super Bowl. Thank you for your kindness, but I loved it as much as you did." But that's one thing. And then the other one is wing ball.
Yeah,
a lot of people come up to me. Wing ball was there for 26 years. It had its moments. It became highly politically incorrect, and we had to end it. But they will come up like a guy like in his early 30s and went, I entered puberty when I went to wing ball. I saw these girls running around with thongs on, and I went, "Wow, what's that all about?" And like I get a lot of that weird stuff. But you know what? But I look back at it now and I go, "Wow, the impact we had was more than you could ever calculate when you're actually doing the show."
No two words have been spoken truer than that. Angelo, do you realize when you were doing your show, did you realize then the impact you had on people, or was that something that you learned over time? Or, I mean, you were having fun doing your job. Obviously, they say when you do a job you love, you never work a hard day in your life. But during your run, did it feel like work to you, or was it just you just didn't realize it?
I always felt like the impact was overstated when we were doing it. For example, we early on in our tenure, we tried to create this thing, Honk for Herschel. We wanted the Eagles to sign Herschel Walker. He was a free agent. So at 8:00, Al Morgani, our co-host, he went out to the sports complex, and the concept was we would get hundreds of cars riding around in a circle around the sports complex, honking their horn at 8:00 for Herschel Walker. But he got out there, and there were like 10 people. And I went, maybe I'm influenced. Now, this was early, so maybe we didn't have that big an influence. So we counted down, and you heard a few horns honk, and then it got louder and louder and louder. It was like ear splitting at the end of it. And we went to the break, and I got Al on the phone. I went, "Al, what were you talking about? It was amazing." And he went, "None of that was real. Joe wrecked it. Those were all sound effects." And then later, I tried desperately in the last 5 years to convince Philadelphia that Andy Reid is a phony and that he is totally overrated as a coach. And I tried and tried. And to this day, and I got a whole thing in a book about it, to this day, Billy, nobody buys it. Nobody says to me, I don't know what, they all go, Andy Reid was one of the greatest coaches we ever had in this town. And I go, well, you didn't have to listen to him for 14 years, never answer a friggin' question, But whatever, so the influence is limited at times. And then at times, I guess, if we're in lockstep, if we are saying the things that the people are believing, then they consider us brilliant and we're a huge influence.
No, I got to tell you, Angelo, one thing, I've been with ESPN now here for 9 years, and I've had I've had Joe Namath on, Jimmy Johnson. I've had some really big names in sports, almost all the Flyers, a lot of Eagles, Sixers, and whatnot. I've always been apprehensive to get, I don't want to say critical or get an argument, because you don't want to lose. Like, for where I am in my career, I was always afraid of taking creative license to really challenge somebody or get in an argument. You never had that fear. You got in some heated things with Gabe Kapler and Norman Brayman. Did that ever?
Oh, yeah.
Were you ever afraid of that? Like you'd have repercussions?
Well, first of all, I was lucky. I think it's much harder now than it was 20 years ago. You got to have your company behind you They've got to be willing to take the phone call after you do that show saying that guy was out of line. I want you to suspend him. I want you to do that kind of stuff, right? So, but I didn't worry about that because I'll tell you the truth. I didn't really have any relationship with any of these players. I kept my distance from them because I wanted to keep pristine my opinion based on what I watched and what I listened to in the locker room. But I did not have any desire to befriend any of these guys because I was pretty sure. Keith Jones taught me this. Keith Jones said, if an athlete is showing you friendship and you're a media person, he's just trying to buy your support. He doesn't give a damn about you. The media are hated in most locker rooms. He's just getting you on his side. And he used to say, I would mold these guys. And then I would say, well, wait a minute. Al Morgani, our co-host, he used to cover you. And then Jonesy would put his hands up and act like he was a sculptor, molding Al to do whatever he wanted. But no, you know, the thing is, the only thing that matters, the thing that you have, that you guys have that's most valuable is not any connection with an athlete. It's your honest opinion of what you see. Right. And if you've been doing it 9 years, Billy, your opinion is educated. You've done it long enough to know what you see. And the people that are listening to you, they want to know what you see. And if you do that, don't worry about what the players say. Because I'm going to tell you what, 5 years from now, most of them are going and there's a whole new batch coming in. So don't worry about it. Just give your opinion.
Well, I got to tell you, Angelo, I really appreciate you taking time. And you're going to be down at Sunrose Books today in Ocean City on 7th and Asbury. Make sure Mike Carlin's going to be down there. I'm unfortunately I have to go pick up my daughter. But I got to tell you one last quick thing before I let you go. I'll never forget when I made it. Billy Werndell is a good friend of mine, and he invited me onto his show. And I said, okay, you know, he does his show up there in Westchester. And you know who I followed? Angelo Cataldi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were on right before me. And I'm like, right. You know, I made it. I was on with it after Angelo Cataldi.
Yeah, he didn't give you any gift either, did he?
No, but we love Billy Werndell.
Billy's the best. I love it. Billy, guys, I really enjoyed doing this. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, Angelo, we'll good luck today, and we'll have you on again soon, shortly. Thanks so much.
Take care. Anytime, guys.
All right, there he is, the great Angelo Cataldi on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline.
Legend.
Do you hear his personality?
Yeah.
He laughs, and he's upbeat, and he's done so much, Mike.
I mean, done so much, knows probably everybody in sport, but has just been a true fan and a legend. Of sports in the Philadelphia market.
All right, for over the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, one of the fiercest rivalries in sports begins another chapter.
Crushes one over the monster.
The AL East leading New York Yankees storm into Fenway Park to go head-to-head with the Boston Red Sox.
It is a rivalry marinated in history, home runs, and haymakers.
The Yankees at the Red Sox. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern, with first pitch at 7:15 Eastern.
Listen to Major League Baseball all season on 97.3 ESPN.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous tiki bar, plus The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there. How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey Philly, Burger King has cooked up something special for you. The new Philly Royal Crispy Chicken Wrap, filled with melty cheese, flame grilled peppers and onions, rolled up in a soft, warm tortilla. It's just $2.99 and only around for a limited time. So grab one, or maybe 2, while you can. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area restaurants. Tax extra.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nicky Earnshaw, who was at the game last night, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Nick, I know they got you your Blitz's orange juice, your 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. You didn't need your espresso shot today, Mike.
No.
He's ready to go.
Oh, I woke up. I was energized based upon last night's result, and then had the Blitz's market. I'm good.
By the way, Mike, I do want to say that Angelo, you'd say that was a great question. You asked him about his producer. First time anybody's ever asked him that great question. But I also want to say thank you to Nick, because we had a hard time getting on the StreamYard today, and he figured it out. What do we do without Nicky Earnshaw, Mike?
Appreciate it. What do we always say? we always say, without whoever's sitting there, we're not on the.
No, because you and I. Well, you actually, you got
jumped in one.
You jumped in one time. I would never be able to.
No
work
commercials were ever read.
All right, hour 1 is in the books. I want to thank Angelo Cataldi. That was great. Make sure you get down to Sunrose Books on 7th and Asbury Avenue to get your book signed. Is a copy of his book, Loud: How a Shy Nerd Came to Philadelphia and Turned the Volume Up. The most passionate sports city in America. Get down to Sunrose today between 12 and 2. Next hour, the sports consigliere Dave Sharapan from Las Vegas. John McShane, former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, for the Beach Patrol Report. And we'll the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Steve Stocks. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nicky Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card, good for use at Jester's Dive Bar for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com. Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Did you know that New Jersey is leading the nation in clean energy investments?
Really, New Jersey?
And all with one thing in mind. You.
Me?
Uh-huh. New Jersey's Clean Energy Program offers incentives and services that benefit New Jersey residents, businesses, education, government, and nonprofit entities to help them save energy, money, and the environment.
Save money while saving the planet. Who knew?
Now you do. Visit njcleanenergy.com to learn even more.
Maybe we should change our nickname to the Clean Energy State.
A message from the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Don't risk losing the trusted news, traffic, sports, and weather you get from AM radio stations. It's time to make your voice heard. We need Congress to pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act to keep AM radio in cars. When internet and cell services are out, AM could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this critical legislation now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw producing. And once again, it was pretty cool to talk with Angelo Cataldi and talk about a lot of history there with, the Dirty 30. We didn't even get a chance to really talk about that. We only have so much time. But he was
He could
orchestrated
have
that.
been on the show for 2 hours.
So get down to Sunrose Books, and you'd be able to talk to Angelo right there. I would
I-
imagine there's going to be a lot of people there.
I mean, I would love to know, what was he was a Philadelphia guy for a long time.
Right.
Even though he wasn't born and raised. What was his favorite sport? Do you like the Eagles over
Yeah.
the Phillies? Do you like we didn't have time for all that. Or in his book, what really does he remember something about Philly sports that really stands out?
Do you know, Mike, I'll never forget being at the airport. I remember one time when he was sitting in one of the, gate, he was in one of the gates. We're getting ready to board a plane, and he had a crowd around him, but he was talking to everybody.
A celebrity.
He was, and this was like back in 1990.
Well,
88, 90.
There's certain people, you're one of these people that just have that face that people don't forget. Okay?
There's two of my faces.
He's got a laugh too that people don't forget.
You know what I mean? Like there's certain people that just stand that you could see him 10, 15 years later and they look the same.
Right.
He had that look.
Mike, let's turn our attention to the NBA and NHL playoffs, and of course, you're my basketball guru. I wrote my article 97.3ESPN.com that as I do each and every Friday for publication. You guys can read it, but I said that both NHL and NBA playoffs have been boring. I thought last night the Celtics would have swept the Mavericks. I was shocked when I finally tuned in. There was they were up by 30 points.
It was over at halftime.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah, so I mean, did that surprise you?
It didn't surprise me. It surprised me that Dallas won by what they won by. I thought they would squeak out a win. I didn't listen. Dallas, you don't make it to the finals and not be a good team. Okay, let's get that straight.
And let's also say that you predicted Dallas and the Celtics in the championship.
Right. I said, and also you remember the games? I said at first I said 6 games, but after what we saw Boston do in the first game, I said this series is over in 5. I said they're going to win 2 in Boston. They'll split in Dallas and they'll come back, wrap it up. That's what's going to happen. This is over on Monday. Okay, Boston's going to win. Boston's been the best team all year. I don't know why we're thinking anything else. They're the best team in basketball. But Billy, these are professionals. You got Luka and Irving, and their bench alone. Now we're always talking about the bench.
Yeah.
The bench for Dallas had 54 points.
I know.
Now, they did play almost the whole second half, so sometimes you can look at it both ways. But the point is, they knew as a team, hey, we're not going to get swept here, and we're especially not going to lose.
Boston shot 36% from the field. That's not that great.
Yeah,
that's not good. That's not going
to
to
win
like
14 turnovers.
Yeah.
They knew at halftime that game was over, and it's pretty much, hey, let's try a run first 2 minutes of the third quarter, and if it's not working, you saw the coach taking all their players out.
Okay.
It was like, give it up. We'll go back. Let's win this at home on Monday. Billy, as you know, it's a big difference winning a final game on the road and winning it at home.
Well, and there's no team that's ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win the NBA championship. Never.
Boston's just a better team. That's literally the bottom line. The one thing you knew that Luka was going to do. Do you know when
29 points last night?
Yeah.
Right? He had 29 points last night.
When facing elimination, it's the most of all time. He's got an average of 34 points. He had 29 last night. Okay, but
when facing elimination.
Okay, he's really good. We could be going on and on, but I was thinking about this after the game, and I haven't told Nick. I haven't told you. I want to ask you right now. If I told you that you could switch Maxey for him, would you do it?
Ooh,
one's 24 years old, one's 25. Maxey for Luka.
So it'd be Maxey. It would be Luka and Embiid, and then
would you do that?
I don't. Oh,
that's a tough question.
That's a tough question.
That's a tough question.
You know what? Guess what? I think I would.
But let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't you do it?
I would. You know what? I would do that. Wouldn't you, Nick?
He's been in the league. Luka's been in the league for 6 years. Listen to this stat. 6 years he's been playing.
That's a great question.
You know, 5 of those 6, he's been first team All NBA.
Right.
There's only 5 guys that do that.
Right.
5 straight years, guys.
Was he an MVP? Was he an MVP, or he was close to an MVP?
No, he hasn't won an MVP.
But he should have.
That's how good he is. Because remember,
I would do it, Nick.
Remember the whole idea that we only have 2 or 3 years with Embiid?
Yeah.
You got to win now.
Right.
Okay?
I would do it, Nick. Why not? But I don't think the Mavericks would ever do that.
Why are you doing this to me? I love Max.
He stirs it up a little bit.
I do too. I love Max.
Why are you doing it? So and also I'll even add this to last night. I obviously I was in Baltimore, but I did get to see some of the highlights this morning from the NBA Finals last night. He was 0 from 8 0 for 8 from 3 last night too. Luka Doncic. Like he had all those 29 points. None of those points came for 3. He was 0 for 8. He could not make a basket from beyond the arc, and that was pretty impressive for them to beat them by that much. And for him to go 0 for 8,
5 for 7
crazy.
from the line, which isn't great either.
You want to hear how good he is?
Yeah.
There's only 4 guys that have made 600 points, 150 rebounds, 150 assists.
He's fantastic
in a single postseason in NBA history.
Really?
You ready who he's in the same book? The Joker last year.
Okay.
LeBron James did it twice.
All right.
And Larry Bird.
Wow.
And him. Only 4 guys. Guys, that's
Nick,
how good this guy
Nick,
is.
would you do it, Nick?
Yeah, I mean,
You got to do
is
it.
better than
You gotta
Tyrese
do it.
Maxey.
Dallas
I
would never
hate.
do that.
No,
I
it
don't-
would never happen.
Never
But
happen.
my goodness, come on, Carlin. Why do you put Maxey against Don?
Hey, why did Porzingis not play last night?
He's hurt.
They're hurt.
He's
So
hurt,
he,
man.
so he's
But-
he played for the first 2
be
games.
another 5 days off to play Monday.
Yeah.
Play Monday at home.
So he will play.
I believe he will.
What's he nursing? What exactly is wrong with
Something
him?
like a calf injury, Nick?
Yeah, so I think I'm pretty.
Calf?
I think it's
something happened to his lower leg.
Yeah, it's a
I
leg.
mean, remember,
injury.
he still played on
Right.
it, but they wanted to rest him. I wouldn't be
Obviously, at this
surprised.
time we're supposed to be hearing from the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. We don't know where he is.
It's Vegas. You
It's
never know
Las
what happens
Vegas. You
in
know, it's been
Vegas.
very hot out there. 109 degrees in Vegas.
That time of year.
Maybe he got boiled up on the Chattahoochee near the pool.
Probably did.
All right, the NHL playoffs are much better. I mean, as far as being a competitive thing, I mean, I just cannot believe that Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are laying eggs against the Florida Panthers team that you're going to be down in Florida, Mike. You might even see a parade down there.
Parade.
Where are they going to have a parade? I mean, Miami's such a wide open area. Like, where are you going to have a parade?
Because the arena.
Where would they?
literally
I
is
mean,
by the Hard
Fort
Rock.
Lauderdale? It's in
That's-
Hollywood
that's
where
the
they
clo-
play.
Right. That's the closest would be Fort Lauderdale. So I don't know the answer. If I had to guess, it's going to be in Fort Lauderdale, but they may move it to Miami just for the sake of saying.
At
we're
least
having
you
it in
want to
Miami.
see competitive championships. Like even the Celtics and Mavericks, even though the Mavericks won last night and they blew them out, I wouldn't say it's competitive, would you?
It's not competitive.
No.
And certainly the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're not competitive.
Listen, all I know is
Only one game's been competitive.
I've been watching all these games, and I'm not a hockey guy, but I do watch the finals of in any sport. I've heard these are the 2 best. Got to watch. It's what I've heard you and I've heard Josh talk a couple times. So this goalie's hot. Oh, you could have an okay season,
Right.
Get into
But
the
your
postseason,
goalie stands on his head. He's
and your
gonna
play
be-
and your goalie goes nuts. You have a chance to win it, and that's what I see coming from it.
I just can't get used to the idea the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup.
Now, I got to ask you guys a question. So there's this like picture going around social media. Did you guys see the picture of Jason Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk when they were younger?
Yeah, on the bus.
Yeah, they were all
They were schoolmates.
They were schoolmates, and they're both playing in the Stanley Cup final.
Isn't that
and
something?
The NBA final.
I did see that, Nick. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
they were
great.
sitting in
Also
an old
Carlin.
yellow school bus.
That's so cool.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like that's what you talk about, like when you're growing up, right, with your
Put
buddy.
that up to- can you put that
Yeah,
up to the
I'll get it
screen?
on the StreamYard. I'll put it up on.
By the
on
way, we
stream.
are StreamYard. Go to my
We're up.
Go
We're
to
up.
go to my website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com. Scroll down, you can watch us there, or on Twitter, right, Nick? X.
Yes, on X. On X.
X. I keep calling it Twitter. Will I
Same
ever
thing.
warm up to the fact that it's called X?
No, I don't think I will either.
By the way, did I see something they want to change it back to Twitter?
I don't know. They took away likes. You can't see like people's likes anymore. Like the like button, you can't see who liked it, like on other people's posts and stuff.
Right. But you can see how many likes they got.
You see how many. You just can't see who.
So is Edmonton next game going to be like a Dallas game where they're going to be like, guys, we're not getting swept here. We're winning this game.
I don't know. I don't know because I sent a text message to our good buddy Craig Berube, and I can't repeat exactly what he said, but he said that they're just not manning up. That Edmonton's just not manning up.
That's bad.
And it's also their goalie's not playing really well either. I mean, but Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, he's going to get a reputation of not being able to win the big one, right, Nick?
Yeah, he could be. I mean, based upon his performance in this one, I mean, we're going to see the Florida Panthers.
The Florida Panthers. Now they got Keith Tkachuk. I mean, right?
Matt Tkachuk.
I mean, but it's Keith's son. And he got good stock, good lineage. But I mean, they're getting contributions from everybody.
Remember, it's a
They
team.
are.
It's a
Yeah, from the
team. And that's the thing about the Celtics. I just can't stand the Boston Celtics. They're a good team, and they're young.
strong.
Mike, they're young.
Yeah,
I mean, they could go on like a 2-3
I'm
three in a row.
I'm glad you say that because, again, it goes back to what we had with the Sixers with Embiid. But we keep saying Embiid's only got 2-3 years left.
Right.
Guess what? The Celtics aren't going nowhere for 2-3 years.
No.
So if we're not better than them this year, what makes you think we're going to be better next year? We have to put role players around them. It's not so much the third guy, superstar we have to have, which we will have. Morley's going to sign someone to a max. It's just a matter
Did
of
you
who.
see Joel Embiid and Paul George on the pregame or postgame last night?
I saw that.
And it looks like
but
Paul
that's
George,
not going to be enough to beat the Celtics. The Celtics are going to be a dynasty for the next 3 years. I hate to say it. They are, Nick.
I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear it either.
I don't want to hear that.
Strong.
But they're young, and they're young.
All their contracts are already in. I mean,
yeah, there's the picture up now on our Twitter,
that's unbelievable.
our X, and our StreamYard.
Yep. So
that's Matthew Tkachuk and Jason Tatum. Can you imagine that? Is that a great picture?
They got to be
They're kids
12?
on a school bus.
12?
Can you imagine saying, like, in your backyard, you know, when you were a little kid, you were like, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 pitch, you're playing wiffle ball with your friends, long drive. You just wanted your hands are in the air. These guys probably did that when they were kids.
Yeah.
Imagine if they both win and go back to that school.
I mean, they probably will. The Celtics
You know what? That
are
would be cool as you know what.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Jason Tatum brings the NBA championship to his elementary school?
That's the where it starts.
And Keith and Kachuk brought the Stanley Cup.
That would be unreal.
And invite all their classmates.
Yeah. That'd be unreal. Like, imagine that. Just imagine that.
That would be the equivalent of me and my brother. Like, say if we went on to win a big championship, going back to Tatum School in Collingswood and inviting all our classmates.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Put a post on Facebook or something. Like, all the classmates of Matt Tkachuk and Jason Tatum come back to the elementary school or the school that they went to.
2 different sports at the highest level.
I just thought I'm going to have it when we go to break. I'm going to call that guy James.
Yeah.
From Bonnie and Reed's.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to say, because I'm sure they're talking about
They should have him
if
there.
there's a parade, let's see where.
Mike, I'm afraid if you go to Bonnie and Reed's, we're never going to see you again. You got your flip-flops on.
Took
you got
a long time to come back.
By the way, how was your boat? You went on a boat ride last week, didn't you?
I did.
You left the studio. You went on a boat ride. I didn't hear anything about it.
Wonder Bar. We couldn't get in the Wonder Bar. That's how crowded.
Is that right? It was.
So we had to go around to Gardner's Basin and.
All right.
Yeah,
it sounds like a lot of fun, though. All right. On the other side, we're going to start the Beach Patrol report. Maybe the sportsbook Consigliere got maybe something happened. He got stuck to the Chattahoochee because it's so hot out there. We'll figure it out. On the other side, we'll start the Beach Patrol report and talk with the former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. When you're on your way into Ocean City, you got to stop at Circle Liquors with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, getting ready for the beach. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Go down there and tell them the Locker Room said hello. Now, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's in Seattle. This is where you get your seafood, all right? Try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, Stock's pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB or visit CaptainChuckySeattle.com. Stop by and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. They're at 4111 Landis Avenue in Seattle City to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is available. That's Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll start the Beach Patrol report. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We'll be back on Monday's show, taking a look back at the Phillies' big weekend against the Orioles in Baltimore. Watch the show live. Follow us on Twitter X at 973ESPN and use the hashtag SBLive.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The future is electric. The choice is yours at BMW of Atlantic City. Right now, lease a new 2024 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $449 a month with $4,869 due at signing. Or a new 2024 i4 eDrive 40, lease for $449 a month with $5,679 due at signing. Both months and zero security deposit. A BMW of Atlantic City. Closer than you think. Located in Egg Harbor Township. Online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Offers expire July 1st. For more details, call 609-316-2393.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Auto Group Studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, producer Nick Earnshaw. Hey, I want to remind people that they're having a celebration down there in Avalon to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Flyers winning the 1974 Stanley Cup. The Flyers will be at the Avalon Free Public Library from 3 to 5 at Surfside Park, 29th Street, and the Boardwalk in Avalon. That's today between 3 and 5. For more information, call Dave Koski at 215-694-7676. And, of course, due to popular demand, Boxing Insider Promotions returns to Atlantic City on Friday night at the Tropicana with a stacked night of competitive fights featuring top-rated fighters, including Mr. Atlantic City himself, Justin Figueroa. Hey, Irish Mickey Ward will be in attendance. There will be more announcements in the coming weeks. Tickets are now on sale at Ticketmasters.com, or you can purchase your tickets at the Tropicana box office. That's Friday night, July 26th. At the Tropicana in Atlantic City. You want to make sure you get there. And now it's time for our Beach Patrol report. It is brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. Knowledge, integrity, dedication, and experience for rental and sales. Call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey Lifeguard news and racing schedules, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. celebrating 126 years of protecting beachgoers. And we're right now, we're going to look at the schedule because, Mike, once July starts, and we're 2 weeks away, once July starts, the racing season starts. With their first week is, I believe, Friday, July 8th. And the
first race to go to.
you're going to come with me to the Longport.
I want to see what we've been talking about.
Mike McGrath Memorials, and then the Cape May counties are down. So you basically what you have is all the Absecon beach patrols, the Absecon Island, Brigantine, all the way down to Longport, do the Longports, and then at Cape May counties, from Ocean City all the way down to Cape May Point or down there. For there, it's like the AFC and NFC.
Where's this first one? What town?
Longport. All right, now let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Bill. How are we doing today?
All right, the old salt is with us, as he is each and every summer, as we ring in the Beach Patrol report. And, of course, we want to thank McCann and McCann Realtors and the Ocean City Lifeguard Alumni Association. Now, John McShane, today was the McCann Racing Series. Explain what that is to our listeners.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So this is actually the first race of the season, although it's a lot of retired guards. There were some current guards there. So the Brendan McCann Racing Series, named in honor of the McCann's mother, has been going on since 1988. And obviously John, Joe, Tom McCann, many other McCanns have an integral part in keeping this racing series going to keep alive the tradition of doubles rowing in South Jersey. We've been at Seaview Harbor Beach for about the last 20 years. That's where we rode out of today. Had 10 boats there. And as I mentioned, there were some veteran guys there, the Swift brothers, young Jim Swift as well. But we also had guys like current guards like Vince Grenice, our friend from Atlantic City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so actually him and his partner, Nick Guibero, they were today's winners.
Well, are they retired? Is he retired now?
No, I don't believe so. I think he's still working.
So he's a ringer.
Well, the beauty of it, Bill, is we want to encourage younger rowers that even though they're working the beach to come on over. Upper Township had a couple crews there. Wayne McMurray has been instrumental in helping the Upper Township crews there. And they came over. They had good representation, and it's a good way to get some racing experience. If you have any questions or you want to check out guys' boats, the way they're set up with their tow boards and seats, it's a perfect time to do it because you've got, as I jokingly told Tom McCann, I said, you got about 10,000 years of rowing experience standing there on the beach.
Right.
And all of us are more than willing. We love to help the younger folks, and that's what we do. And today's race was dedicated to the memory of Bill Kindle, who passed away earlier this year. Bill was a longtime rowing partner with Wayne McMurray. They won the McCann Series a number of times. And Bill was a big supporter of not only ocean rowing, but also crew. Tom McCann told a nice story about how he helped him get the Violin rowing program off the ground. And Bill was a great guy. We're going to miss him. And so today's race was dedicated to him.
By the way, John, I was wrong. It's Friday, July 12th is both the Mike McGrath and the Bastion Callahan Memorial races in North Wildwood. So that's July 12th, Friday, July 12th. Kicks it off. There's other races, the Super Athlon in Cape May. The Longport Women's Race is Friday, July 5th. Saturday, July 6th is the Ocean City Masters Swim. And Monday, July 8th is the Cape May County Championships in Wildwood Crest. So the schedule's going to start. Once we get to July,
it's
boom, boom, boom every week.
Right. You also got the Brigantine races in there too somewhere, right?
I'm looking at it. I have the schedule in front of me. I don't see that one. But
okay, that's usually within the first half of the season in July.
All right, John, the most important question, where did you place today?
Fifth.
Hey, not bad for an old salt. How about Tom McCann? How about John McCann? Where did he place?
John was right behind us with a young man by the name of John Devlin, a new partner for John. And, I'm sure Mr. Devlin picked up a world of experience out there. I was fortunate enough to row with Don Otto. He was a guard for us back in the 70s and 80s. And you basketball fans would probably remember Don. He was a standout basketball player at the University of Delaware back in the day, late 70s, early 80s. He's about 7 feet tall. So it's nice to row with Don because he can see where we're going.
Well, all right, John McShane, thanks for your update. And on the other side, we're going to talk with the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Steve Stocks, today, and get some more information on what's going on down there in Wildwood. But as always, John, thank you so much, and we'll see you at the races.
All right, good checking in. Take care.
All right, there he is, John McShane, the old salt, and he's always broadcasting. He's part of the broadcast crew when we do the Dutch Hoffmans, the Margate Memorials, and the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Stores offer the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com. or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. When we get down there, tell Jason we said hello. I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. You got to get down to La Scala's. The food is phenomenal. But to hang out there on the beach, they got palm trees. They got a stage they got the band. They're open 7 days a week. La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's, open 7 days a week, located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. When you get down there, tell them that we sent you. Go to La Scala's beachhouse.com for more information. Let's eat. When we return, we'll continue with the Beach Patrol report, and we'll talk with the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Steve Stocks. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, one of the fiercest rivalries in sports begins another chapter.
Crushes one over the monster.
The AL East leading New York Yankees storm into Fenway Park to go head-to-head with the Boston Red Sox.
It is a rivalry marinated in history, home runs, and haymakers.
The Yankees at the Red Sox. Coverage begins today at 6:30 Eastern, with first pitch at 7:15 Eastern.
Listen to Major League Baseball all season on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar. Plus, The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Want to save on some of the biggest names in streaming on the network made for streaming? X marks the spot. Now through July 7th, get 300 megabit Xfinity internet for $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. And for just $15 a month, add the new Stream Saver that includes Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix. All your favorites, all in one place, only from Xfinity. So go ahead and binge some shows, stream some movies, and save some money all at the same time. For more watching and less spending, X marks the spot. Switch to Xfinity, the network made for streaming, and bring on the good stuff. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Currently $80 a month. Actual speeds vary. Stream Saver requires Xfinity internet or TV, and price subject to change.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 3 ESPN.
Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw producing. And, of course, we're doing the Beach Patrol Report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City. Knowledge, integrity, dedication, experience. For rental and sales, call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey Lifeguard news and racing schedules. And by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association, celebrating 126 years of protecting beachgoers. Now let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol, Steve Stocks. Good morning, Steve.
Hey, Billy, good morning to you. Good morning. How are you doing?
All right. How's everything going down there in Wildwood, New Jersey?
It's fantastic down here. Hey, you know those McCann guys? I happen to know those McCann guys.
I said those old guys are still rowing. Mike, Steve, you can't get it out. You guys, we talked about this last week with Jack Brooks, and we had Dave Funk on from Avalon. Of course, you know Dave. And
sure.
And we talked about the fraternity, and once you guys become lifeguards, you're lifeguards for life.
Lifeguards for life is correct. Lifelong friends, days you'll always remember with friends you'll never forget.
It's a bond that never broken. But you guys protect the beachgoers, you keep people safe, and then you also have athletes that are on your patrols, and we have these races that we cover in depth. We've been doing it for 9 years now, as we cover all the races, starting with the Longport and the Cape May counties. I can only do the Friday shows. I'm a one-man band, but I try to get as many races as possible. And then, of course, the last few years we've actually broadcasted live at the Dutch Hoffmans. We look forward to doing that each and every summer. But you got great athletes as well on your beach patrol.
So we like to say public safety, community service, and competition. And those three elements combined make for excellent lifeguards. When they're competing and they're training to compete, they're doing the skills that are necessary to keep people safe and make effective rescues in the ocean.
Chief Stocks, what do you do? Like, what does your patrol have to do in preparation for the season?
Oh, for get ready. So the get ready process, I like to say we have like a pyramid, right? So we have a soft opening and we have a steady build because we need to go from zero. We're all seasonal temporary employees. So we go from 0 to 100 employees and back to 0, and that peaks out over the peak season from July 1st to mid-August. So you have to do everything. Everything starts over in terms of getting the equipment ready, getting the beach ready, getting the signage ready, getting the guards requalified, hiring your new staff, and then the ongoing training mandates. There are new mandates almost every year where the guards need to continue to upgrade and update their certification. So, it's quite a work in progress.
Hey, Steve, it's Michael. Good question for you. As a local guy and living in Ocean City for a long time, I know Ocean City's lifeguards, when we were talking to them, there's a big difference being a lifeguard on, say, 23rd Street compared to being a lifeguard at 9th Street, where you get a lot of one-day day trippers and people that may not be so familiar with the beach. Do you have the same kind of concept down in Wildwood?
Well, not to toot our own horn, but I mean, Wildwood is it's a worldwide vacation destination resort. Yeah. We get a lot of people that have never been to the beach. So it's not the same kind of crowd that go to other beach towns in South Jersey. And yeah, I mean, we pride ourselves in being, we compare it to police service or fire service. Certainly it's different to be a policeman or a fireman or an EMT in a town like Wildwood, as opposed to, say, Stone Harbor or Avalon. And it's not good or bad. They're just different. And we have action. Our lifeguards, I remember a story last year, our young lifeguards, rookie school had ended. They were sent out to the stands. It was a pretty big day. Water was a little rippy. And on day one, our new rookies that were first day in the stand were involved in rescues. And it's not like that. You guys know it's not like that in every other town. There are places where you could guard for 2 or 3 years and not have a rescue like that. So it's definitely different, and it keeps you on your toes, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Also, another component to Wildwood, you got a huge beach down there, Steve, and you just got a lot of area to patrol. Obviously, you're looking at the water, but you also got to check out for like lost kids and things like that. That happens all the time.
Sure, and the events, the Beach Blast Soccer brings tens of thousands of soccer players. We have a 4-day country music festival that's going to bring 80,000, 100,000 people to the beach. Yeah, I mean, the events that we have on top of it just being July and August on a big, wide beach on a crowded town. Yeah, it is really a unique place, and we love it.
You also had the Trump, you had Trump down there in Wildwood, and I had that. How many people were actually there for that? Do you know the number?
The Secret Service, they were using some of our areas and facilities. So I kind of stayed away. I kind of stayed away from there. I don't really have a good count, but I was not around to see that.
I heard it upwards of 100,000 people, but Wildwood's got such a big, huge beach, it can handle all that.
Yeah, and just the town itself. Imagine a beach town. I mean, everyone goes through something similar, but you're talking about a beach town in the Wildwoods where there's maybe 5,000, 7,000 year-round residents. And on a weekend in July, there's 300,000 people on the island.
Man, that's a lot. All right, Chief Stocks, talking about your racers. I know you last year, Brandon Joyce and Noon were rode your doubles crew. Brandon Lewis was your swimmer. Brendan Lewis was your swimmer, and Brandon Joyce rode singles. How do you determine who represents Wildwood in the out-of-town competitions?
So, we'll do some training. We do what we call indicator training. Now, back in the day, we called them runoffs, row-offs, whatever. But we find if you take groups of like-minded individuals that are training in the same sport and you have them train together often in training sessions, and you vary those training sessions in distance and intensity, and you talk to them afterwards and you say, all right, fellas, what do you think? Or ladies, what do you think? Who should do this event? Who should represent? It's like youth sports, on the baseball team or the soccer team. If you get the kids together and say, hey, who are the starters? Who are the best players? Who gives us the best chance to win? The kids will tell you the truth. And you get these lifeguards together, and if they do enough training together and you measure everything, the answer is right there. I mean, you don't have to look far, take any guesses. You're going to see who is qualified, the best qualified to represent the town in out-of-town races.
And of course, last year we kind of saw a turning of the guard, with new fresh faces that represented a lot of these beach patrols. And of course, last year, we don't have to remind you, but the Brigantine won it all, the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Jack and Joe Seville and Jack rode singles as well. They're a formidable team that could be around for years to come. But not only that, Mike McGrath and Sean Duffy, they'd been around for a long, long time. And now, you got all these new fresh names, Seattle, Danny Rogers and Pat Scanapicchio. I mean, there's some good new blood in these races representing some of these towns.
Those Seville brothers, man, are they going to be tough to beat? I mean, you talk about the physical ability, the skill set they have, and then the fact that they're brothers and they can probably in the boat, I imagine, read each other's mind when it comes to the.
And how about Atlantic City, Sean and Rick Blair? I mean, they're another set of brothers that like you said, they know each other.
Yeah, it's amazing. And, you know, you and I have talked about this before. I feel the advantage the Atlantic County teams have over the Cape May County teams is they have those feeder programs and the local kids and the feeder programs where we have some of that, but nowhere near the extent of the Atlantic County teams because they have high school rowing up there and they have ingrained swimming up there. I mean, we have the Dolphins down here in South Jersey and a couple of smaller swim teams, but it really doesn't compare to the feeder programs that they have going on in Atlantic County. So, hey, listen, I'm not making excuses. We're gonna go at it. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna have fun and we're gonna compete. But I'd love to have some feeder programs like they have up there, man. It really seems to pay off for them, especially with the brothers, like you said.
Well, we look forward to hopefully being down there again, broadcasting live at the Dutch Hoffmans. We look forward to that. And also, congratulations are in order. You're retiring as you're a teacher, and you're retiring this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's make that clear that I'm retired from the Philadelphia School District. I'm still the chief of the Wildwood Beach Patrol. You know, I don't want anybody to get too excited out there about that. I'm only hanging up one of my hats for now. And we look forward to you broadcasting, man. You do a great job. All the guys down here, they're out in the trucks, they're out in the stand. They listen to your Beach Patrol report. They love it, man. Awesome. We love it. Thank you.
Well, listen, Chief Stocks, we appreciate you taking time. I know you're busy at work there with the Wildwood Beach Patrol. Thank you so much, and we'll see you at the races.
All right, Billy, take it easy. Thank you.
There he is, Chief Stocks on the Tom Zero Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I love it, Mike. I love the competitive nature of the Beach Patrol races. I love it.
It sounds, just listening to him, that we've had Brigantine on and we've had him on.
Ocean City.
But when you really look at the big picture, the two things that stand out to me.
Yeah.
He really doesn't have a feeder program to help him out. Like he's right. These around here, every high school's got a swim team and stuff. But the biggest thing is the stuff that he has going on the beach. Forget about people in the water that they're using the beach for. Like that country concert.
It's a 4-day country thing.
A lot more than 100,000 people are going to be there. I mean, there's
Wildwood Beach. You've been there a while. You've been.
Oh yeah,
Wildwood,
of course. Yeah. When they have their soccer weekend that he talked about, I mean, people coming from all over different states. They're coming here. Where his hands are full. You can just tell his hands are full, especially with people coming to the beach for the first time.
All right, that's the Beach Patrol report brought to you by McCann Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. Knowledge, integrity, dedication, experience. For rental and sales, call 609-263-7422 or go online at McCannRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey Lifeguard news and racing schedules, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association, celebrating 126 years of protecting beachgoers. I want to remind people that due to popular demand, Boxing Insider Promotions returns to the Tropicana in Atlantic City on Friday night, July 26th, with a stacked fight night of competitive fights featuring top-rated fighters, including Mr. Atlantic City Justin Figueroa. Irish Mickey Ward will be in attendance. There will be more announcements in the coming weeks. Tickets are now on sale at Ticketmasters.com, or you can purchase your tickets at the Tropicana box office. That's Friday night, July 26th at the Tropicana. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Tell Jason we said hello when you go down there. Okay, he's probably delivering. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, and Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small. Can't wake up without it. Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, attic, and your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation. 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
With GMF financing to qualified buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
Don't buy a car anywhere until you hear this. Bennett Chevy must sell 200 vehicles immediately. So right now, brand new Chevys are on sale at the GM supplier employee price. That's right, you pay what we pay. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 10% off MSRP. You heard right, you get both GM supplier employee prices, plus you get all the rebates up to 10% off MSRP. And because Bennett must move 200 new and used vehicles, we'll give you a minimum $10,000 for any rotted out old clunker, even if it was on fire. Yes, a minimum 10 grand for any clunker towards any pre-owned vehicle in stock. Imagine how much you'll get for a good trade. These are real deals you won't get anywhere else but Bennett Chevy. So you must hurry for best selection. With deals like this, nobody beats a Bennett deal, and I mean nobody. Together, let's drive at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
The Locker Room. 73 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Nikki Earnshaw producing. I think he's doing a good job, man. He didn't get in until 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's dedicated.
I'm earning my money today. Things are going wrong, but yeah, we were on the air.
If you're watching on the stream, I got my look at you. Shirt on. Look at that.
Perfect day to wear it. I got the Broad Street Bombers.
And Carlin, he's getting ready to go to Florida. We're not going to see Carlin. He's going to be like, Carlin's going to be, he's not going to come off. Where are you going? The Bonnie and Reeds?
That's next week.
This
week's the better week.
He's going
Tuesday night.
Where are you going Tuesday night, Mike?
I'm flying to Boston. Going to see George Thorogood.
You're going to Boston. You're going to Florida. My goodness, you're all over the place.
George Thorogood and Delaware Destroyers.
That's great.
All right, the Phillies play what at 4:05 today?
4:05 today. Should I go back down?
Yeah, I think you should, Nick. It's only a 2-hour drive.
I know Mike Gill's going to be down there today.
Is he really?
Yeah, I saw our 97.3 ESPN Phillies writer Frank Close
I'll tell you
last
right
night.
now. What time's the game?
4:05.
I could make it. 2 hours? I could get there by first pitch if I wanted to. I
Guess
really
what?
wanted to.
What I would say if it was a 7 o'clock game, I'd go.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
You're pushing because traffic on Saturday.
And I haven't showered either. I haven't showered. It might be a little
you know
smelly.
what it's like to drive down here on Saturday?
Oh, I know.
Imagine going down to Baltimore.
And Baltimore's traffic's horrible. You get to that toll plaza down there.
Imagine sitting next to me at the game. So that wouldn't be good.
By the way, Tyron Walker's on the hill today.
He is. Grayson Rodriguez for the O's.
And and that's Walker actually pitched well in London.
He did 5 2/3. Really good start for him. Maybe he could build off that. We need London Walker, even though they lost that.
Take the series. Win today. Who pitches tomorrow? If you lose today,
Wheeler,
big. They get their two aces tomorrow.
Wheeler and Burns tomorrow. That's gonna be awesome.
Let's give the Phillies lineup. It looks like I don't know if that's out. No,
I don't think it's out yet.
No,
It's not
out yet. It's
not out yet.
I'm sorry, but we do have the pitching matchups. Tyron Walker, 3-1 with a 5.40 ERA. And Rodriguez, he's 7-2 with a 3.27 ERA. So it's going to be a good game. And the Phillies have lost split against the
lost against they split against the Mets
and lost against the Sox.
Yep.
Sox they're the fifth best pitching staff in the league.
Yeah. And
so,
and it wasn't a great series coming off of London.
When's Trey Turner coming back?
I would say soon. It seems like soon. It seems like Brandon Marsh could be back today, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? He'll be back soon too.
Next week.
Yeah, I think so too.
Matt Strahm should be an all-star.
I agree.
Even though he gave up a home run last night, it's his first run he's given up since March 31st, Nick.
27 straight appearances without giving up a run until
so Mike
last
Carlin,
night.
he's an all-star, right?
100%.
Zach Wheeler, is he an all-star?
How many other players?
I say the Philadelphia Phillies should have at least 6 players on the all-star roster.
I think Real Moto's out though.
Yeah,
Because
he's not going to make it.
Yeah, he's hurt now. So
here's who I am. Ranger. No, well, I don't know. Nolan might not make it because especially after the
Ranger and Wheeler.
So Ranger, Wheeler, Strahm.
Yep.
Okay. 3.
Bryce
Harper,
Bohm,
and Bohm. 5.
That's 5.
That's 5. They get 5.
Mm-hmm. They get 5.
You take Bohm you can even over Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, come on, Nicky Schwarber, stick up for your guy.
I don't know about that, boy.
I don't know. He could be. I don't think he starts as a DH.
He's bad. He's bad too. He's got 14 home runs. He's what, 3rd or 4th?
He's a name. He's a home run hitter. That's what they wanted.
Bohm is 2nd in the league, 3rd in the league in RBIs.
Yep.
And he played a couple. He made but he's got a lot of errors. Will that hurt him? Or is his all offense?
No, I think the offense will carry him to an all-star start. I think so. I think the all-star team will make it.
Does Edmonton win the next game?
No.
Or did they get swept?
I think they get swept.
Seems over.
How do you play hockey in Florida? Or no, they're up in Edmonton. What am I talking
they're
about?
Up in Edmonton.
But still,
how do you play hockey in Florida? I mean,
indoor.
They play in a rink that only has hockey.
That's right.
So the guy said our ice is better than any ice out there.
Before we go, I think I should play. I'd be remiss if we didn't play Rob. Well, Rob
let's
Thompson
play
said
Rob
after
Thompson.
the game.
Let's play
I want to
that.
hear this.
Yeah. I mean, what can you? He's accurate. He's dead on. I mean, you see it. You saw it on the TV last night, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it there. Like that's how it was. I've never seen anything like it. Like when baseball is good in this town, when the Phillies are good, it rivals the Eagles.
You know what it's like? You know what it's like,
does.
Mike? You remember a couple years ago when the Eagles went out to L.A. when the Chargers first moved to L.A.?
Yeah,
took over.
It was all green.
It was like a soccer stadium.
It was a sea of green there.
And they've sold out every single game this weekend. Like Baltimore, they're already sold out every game. Every game sold out.
And what's amazing is Baltimore's a good team. They're the 3rd best team in the league. And for the Philadelphia fans to come on in mass like that, I think is pretty impressive.
We travel well, especially when it's easy to get to, like a Baltimore or the Yankees or Boston. But it's just as easy. Like, you ever watch when we go down and play Miami?
Yeah.
We own the
Take
stadium.
over.
It's all
well.
it's
I
all
got to
red.
tell you, when my daughter and I went to the Miami Heat Sixers game in Miami First of all, the Miami crowd shows up late.
Yep.
Let's face it,
That's
they're
well
on the
known. It's
beach.
like LA.
It's like, right, they're just like casual.
It's just
And
something
then-
to do down there.
But it's like, yeah, and it's like everybody's from somewhere else anyway.
Right.
Like people that move to Miami or LA or Vegas, they're pretty much transient people, right? They come from somewhere else. They come from look at all the people moving from New York to Florida, New Jersey.
California. Yeah,
They're moving out of California to Florida. They're from somewhere else. The fans, that's why, like, I just can't warm up to the Florida Panthers.
And I'll tell you what, Billy, when I was in Florida a couple weeks ago, I'm walking around like one of the outlets down there. I think 4 or 5 times I was wearing a Phillies jersey. I got stopped by people saying, "Go Phils."
Even in London, Mike Gill.
Hey, it's everywhere.
Mike Gill went to London. There was that bar called Passyunk in London.
Passyunk Avenue.
It's all Phillies.
We're everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere's a Philly fan.
Look, we had Angelo Cataldi on today, right, Mike?
Yeah.
What did he say? The Philadelphia fans are the greatest in the world. All right, man. How fast?
Back it up.
How fast did that go by, Nick?
Fastest 2 hours of radio, Billy.
Hey, I want to thank Angelo Cataldi for coming on. He's going to be at Sunrose Books, 756 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City between 12 and 2. Get down there to see Angelo Cataldi, buy a book and get it signed. I want to thank Chief Steve Stocks from the Wildwood Beach Patrol, John McShane, the former lieutenant of the Ocean City Beach Patrol, for the Beach Patrol Report. Thank you, Mike Carlin. Thank you, Nikki Earnshaw. Tomorrow I'll be back at it with my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. And, of course, every Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, brought to you by Blitz's Markets. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow.